sababu nimepotea. Ngoma ni mingi, ngoma si na zote zikupoa kama telemekiwa mnazi ama imegusiwa. Kengo mimi nakubamba basi ukatike neke na kushika subiri sauti ya tenze. Chukua tali yako, chukua manzi yako, mweke karibu. Leo hata sitaki tupe mkono juu mimi nitungishie tu kichwa yako. Sitaki ukatike sana mpaka uvunje mguu, nisaidie tu kuimba. Tutano linishike kabidi nimwachia yao. Best yangu akaanza kubishana nao, akanamazishwa na mambao. Itali yangu jisikia manene ya watu wana huruma hata. Juzi gari ya mafuta ikaanguka, so naangalia watu wakiva. Na machoma kila mali, kachumbari poa lakini ongeze kichungu. Wale wameponea wapeleke Osumo watatibiwa na madaktari. Hao wengine wakuja job wanasema leo hajamaliziwa ile ganzi yao. Usipotibiwa saa utanatuma maisha yako kikuacha. Lakini sio na wasiwasi, tarudi tu baada madakika. Hebu niambie upande mwingine nikupoa ama nikubaya hivi? Kumetulia ama watu wanaungua ama watu wanaiva hivi? Nasikia raha so amechanuka squeeze ngoma mbazi sikizi hata. Pia nasikia raha unaweza chinjia manzi sikizi hata kani mzee wako. Kabla niende kumuona lazima nipige nguo basi nijipake mafuta. Na kikishe ngoza safi na kasi matao mfukoni nikiwe na ganzi hata. Leo lazima nijekana nipenda sana ama labda ananichukia. Lazima nijokata za misha yote ama tayekelea. Akikataa naachana naenda kutafuta mwingine msupa tu. Na najua tapata Kiswahili yangu ni mambo yote hapa kuna cha lugha. After hiyo tunakuta vitu mchana tunatulia. Yeah. Siku mingi jo. Nimekiwa madawa siwezi kuacha, kila mali unaenda mimi nakufuata. Siogopi kukuambia mimi nakupenda, watu wivu nao zao ni kusema sema. Huyo manza alipiga simu mimi hata simjui, mimi nimekuwa studio tulikuwa naye wapi juzi. Hizo ni uongo na unajua mlango wangu iko wazi, ukitaka kurudi nimeifungua. Unasema hapana huku kilia mimi navumilia, mimi nakazana after yote siamini bado zinaniambia
nakuaga mimi kwa heri na mimi nakutakia laheri. Kukupenda mimi siwezi jamani mpenzi, kwa heri nakuaga
kila kitu yangirudi fiti. Vilipotea tu mtano fulani mechizi. Silali kusema ukweli sikuli. Kejani vana taskuzi situli. Nipige makofi labda naota. Manikuache pema nasikia nika nimechoka. Kuzitetea paliliko mapalisiko. Na se tumetupa miaka 6 hivyo. Unasema hapana, hapana. Kukilia mina vumilia. Mina kazana, na kazana. After hiyo tesiamini bado zinambia
nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri. Nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri.
Asira nyanini vana tulia. Biashara yetu bado mimi nimeshikilia. Na nguvu yangu yote naweza. Pesako kuna mali poa nimeiweka. Unaweza chuna kadhaa ukitaka. Zile zitabaki nunua nazo shamba. Lazima tufikirie maisha yetu ya mbele. Si kila siku kelele kelele.
Tuki wana wewe mambo yako yenda kombo. Japo nisonge hapo matatizo yako yakoma. Nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri. Nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri. Nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri. Nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri. Tuki wana wewe mambo yako yenda kombo. Japo nisonge hapo matatizo yako yakoma. Nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri. Nakuwaga mikwa heri nami nakutakia la heri. Kukupenda misiwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri.
Wananiambia mimi ni malaika, ninawapendeza wote, wananiwaza, siwezi wakata njaro zao manufaa. He's trying to blind you girl, he don't really love you. Usidanganyike, umwambie ajikate. Roho yako waza kwanza, wapi tofauti yake nao.
Times I told you I'm the type of guy you'll never find messing around with your mind, alright. But ever since I've been away, you acting like I wanna play. Do you know how you make me feel?
Roho yako waza kwanza, wapi tofauti yake nao.
sigara kwa wingi na gnagda tu. Atiwe kukuwa na mita kuwa blanda juu. Mekuwa bad boy ever since standard 2. Kuchapa watoi mateke hadi na ganda mguu. Lakini ajui ya impaidi. Akikuambia mini roughneck bad boy ndo unanipenda zaidi. Kila roho yako imechagua ishachagua na hiyo ni kitu niko sure hata yeye mwenyewe anajua ni Shinski.
Baby una smell fresh kama lavender na cherry. Sinikuite Mariah Jo vile umecarry. Ring kwenye belly na smile ya Halle Berry. Matake ya ni like since ni cheki kwa teli. Jumi wanga juu ya maji Jo kama ferry. Ni wanga magush na sedusa hata medusa. Na gusa kibusa anapata magusa. 9 inches kwa boxers abas baby.
Usimpe roho yako waza kwanza, wapi tofauti yake na
Sinanoma naye.
usimpe roho yako waza kwanza, wapi tofauti yake na
Sinanoma naye.
This year's getting critical. Intellect you and the physical. Nipe nafasi nipe hii interval. Nikuoneshe loving is unbeatable. Now ambie wasintafie. Tuende nyumbani baby tusinzie. Nikupe date wima kwa kalenda. Nikupe agenda kupenda bogi benda.
Nimetia bidii bana sinikubali. Ukinikataa na best yako kwani mtu wa nguvu kama mimi siwezi kaa bila manzi. Siwezi kwa kila siku najisikizia ndani kwa ndani. Nipe roho yako, nipe kila kitu yako. Shika maua ringia beste zako. Shika halua kulisha beste zako.
usimpe roho yako waza kwanza, wapi tofauti yake na
Sinanoma naye.
usimpe roho yako waza kwanza, wapi tofauti yake na
Sinanoma naye.
usimpe roho yako waza kwanza, wapi tofauti yake na
Tena in celebration ya watu wote wale wana live their dream. Umekuwa ukistruggle through thick and thin. Finally mambo yako imeanza kwenda poa. Through patience na persistence tumetoboa. Waafrika tumefika mali tulikuwa tunataka. Big up Obama, now ni Godfather. Oneni mambo vile inaenda sasa. Dunia nzima vile mgenge anaandika ukurasa za history bana. Na ma-action na kila kitu jo mwaga nafanya. Nasema tuwezi ishi na usanii. Daily kwa prove wrong tunaongeza vitambi. Utasimamishaje kifaru kwa full speed mbele. Itapita na kila kitu fungua pazia wewe. Bora ujue mchezo jo kuicheza kwa uwanja. Wacha watangulie waende jo kwa kwanza. Wanze na moto kisha watoe jasho brother. Kijelimo jo unaanza kuwakaribia. Ona sasa vile unawapita ukiwa smilia. Finish line iko karibu jo imekaribia. Moyo inadunda taratibu inakimbia. Hiyo ndoto yako na ndoto yangu mimi naishi. Kwa hivyo imba karibia celebrate na meme. Kauna kanji kadhaa na manyara balaa. Una machupa kadhaa na madada kadhaa. Umetoka kwa bank, gari full kwa tank. Weni mgenge jamaa, upata wana jamaa. Niko full mzuka KMC ama. Na wezi guzaina maneibo aliyama. So usione vile mziki jo inaanguka. Mabinti wa fiti jo vile wanajirusha. Subsystem small amegraduate leo kampo. Liko anataka toy school katafika hapo. Brother amedungwa promotion jamo ya vungu. Promotion jamo ya vungu. Brother amedungwa promotion moja ya nguvu. Leo nile uliapply kitambo nasikia imejipa. Hiyo ndio impyo kwa ukitaka umeishika. So usione vile Mombasa road inakurarukia. Barabara imeongezwa lane 4 una switch tu magia. Najua wengi wenyu mshachoka na maneno ya siasa. Aja moga tuzungusha cup na cheza salsa. Haina mambo siku yao jo itafika. Lakini in the meantime celebrate kabisa. Kuwa Mwafrika, kuwa Mwafrika. Kuna kanji kadhaa na manyara balaa. Una machupa kadhaa na madada kadhaa. Umetoka kwa bank, gari full kwa tank. Weni mgenge jamaa, upata wana jamaa. Kesi najua watu wangu mmepita. PlayStation 3 umean bila shida, na usiwe na wasiwasi ataka exam umedunda jamaa. Uwezi jua labda ende the future Obama. Kuna rusi noma leo nimealikwa baadaye, mtu wangu wa basa na wailai. Moral boy wetu ametusetia base, lakini mi bado nipo just in case. Ulikuwa unawanda vuka bongo ukaulize mtu wangu wa nguvu tu mwana, lakini reception mambo mbaya. Venye hizi drinks zina kama jamaa na ubaya. Hapa tuna make sure si ndio wa mwisho kutoka. Unakuwa manikachu umepigwa solda. Hii ni basi ya mabachila wote wale metuacha. Sisi tuna celebrate vile watoto kibao tunawapata. Kauna kanji kadhaa na umenara balaa. Una machupa kadhaa na madada kadhaa. Umetoka kwa bank, gari full kwa tank. Weni mgege jamaa, upata wapna jamaa. Kauna kanji kadhaa na umenara balaa. Una machupa kadhaa na madada kadhaa. Umetoka kwa bank, gari full kwa tank. Weni mgege jamaa, upata wapna jamaa. Kauna kanji kadhaa na umenara balaa. Una machupa kadhaa na madada kadhaa. Umetoka kwa bank, gari full kwa tank. Weni mgege jamaa, upata wapna jamaa. Nakwambia msiokajo, yani hii mwaka umpeleka watu mbio, yani it's about time, yani tumelo down kidogo. Neza tanza kura bila beat, yani ni funny vile mwaka moja kundi imeleta matata. Awards tuna dominate na mashow manze kila mara.
Hapa kule one touch. 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 Hapa kule one touch.
This is the East African Overdose Mix. Overdose.
Let me see your hands up, baby.
Now I said to it, talk give the ride. Fry back and sis kama yai kwa karapa. Umeshika sema mama. Oh my. Now I said to it, talk give the ride. Fry back and sis kama yai kwa karapa. Umeshika sema mama. Oh my.
Together we can do this together. Take your time, we stay here forever. Wanna miss that any
Mr. Googs.
Every now my best, they pull a chin, get the right. Come together, we can do this together. Take your time, we stay here forever. Wanna miss that any
Mr. Googs.
Every now my best, they pull a chin, get the right.
Now I said to it, talk give the ride. Took your fry back and sis kama yai kwa karapa. Umeshika sema mama. Oh my. Now I said to it, talk give the ride. Took your fry back and sis kama yai kwa karapa.
Umeshika sema mama.
Oh my.
The girls them no happy.
So happy.
The man them no happy.
To happy.
Come out if you're deadly.
So deadly.
So let me love. The girls them no happy.
So happy.
The man them no happy.
To happy.
Come out if you're deadly.
So deadly.
So let me love. I see something going wrong in our hall. People take some things to it's a pressure ball and a lost love gone and gone forever gone. And we live in this privacy high, nothing at all. Lower dignity, suffering respect our shows. Lord, I look at man, I'm me outfit. The best with my show, this I feel so sad. Well then, you see,
Come together, we can do this together. Take your time, we stay here forever. Wanna miss that any
Mr. Googs.
Every now my best, they pull a chin, get the right. Come together, we can do this together. Take your time, we stay here forever. Wanna miss that any
Full morning to our very highly esteemed viewers. We're coming to you live from Icon Studios. It is actually Thursday, the 16th day of July, and welcome to the breakfast show. Today is a throwback Thursday, but as usual, we have to go through, the weekly roundup as relates to what has been happening, in all senses, essentially politically, entertainment, in sports. You'll remember the World Cup is still on. And my name is Rony. Welcome to Icon. With me in studio is...
I'm Osumo, Mike Osumo, the only general in Icon Radio right now. Nasemaje Rodi.
Sina maneno Osu.
Uko fiti?
Mimi niko bie. Giving thanks. It's been, giving thanks.
I'm also good. Niko salama, midhili ya mamba, aliyepata dontari, akapata badi. Uko na dontari wewe kweli?
Dontire. Ai, Dontire nitakosa.
No, they're calling it Dontari because the rich kids are calling it Dontari. But it's Dontire. So it's supposed to be Dontire, but Dontari.
Na sasa ni watu tunaita akala.
Akala, wewe umesema akala yenyewe ni throwback. Kwani 1970. Wewe ni millennial. You can't say akala. Akala is the phrase that the Masai use and everybody. How do you just say akala? It's Dontire. Go with the flow, bana.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I am a Gen Z, musinite millennial.
Okay.
And yes, I have Dontires. Me where I come from, those are, we say Africa rides on Yana tires. Hiyo kiatu haishangi.
Dontire ni ile kiatu yenye unacheki Mr. Amazing. Unajua Mr. Amazing?
Yeah.
Mr. Amazing akiwa na Dontire, hizo walks zake anapiga kutoka Mombasa, Kisumu, Nairobi, Meru. Dontire hapo zinaweza mpeleka miles. Na si miles, anampeleka kama 120 km/h. Akiwa na Dontire, you should try it out. Ndo amekazana na Nike and Adidas. The real shit is Dontires. Yeah.
Okay. That's a very good, note to start us off. But now, Mike, on to more serious stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'll just take us through today's dailies, the headlines, just to bring us to speed. Wale wenye wanaamka, those ones who are getting up. A lot of, actually, today's dailies are basically saying the same thing on the headlines.
Yeah.
So we'll start off perhaps with the Standard.
Yeah.
The Standard will stand out of late because of their hard stance.
Yeah. Injection.
So keep distance. So today's headline on the Standard actually is dubbed Rigathi versus Ruto. More than 1,000 police officers have been deployed for the All-Kalau by-election following weeks of violence and vote-buying claims. As the mini-poll becomes a key test of the IEBC's credibility and Kenya's democratic process ahead of the 2027 general election. Mike, say something.
Bro, whatever we are seeing right now, whatever the government is doing, it's right now Kenya's the events that are happening is very atrocious because now you see the government is being used the way it should not. The government of the day, instead of serving the citizens, is serving the people in power, the leaders. Take a situation whereby we are having two colors, red and yellow. It's like a boxing match, okay?
All right.
And right now, there's a boxing match. Kuna vurugu 3. But now not vurugu 3 in terms of majembe and nani. Weka mawe. This is Ruto and Rigiji.
Right.
And now, ushaisikia akisema fahali wawili wakipigana nyasi ndio inaumia.
Right.
We are subjected to the force that is happening between those two guys. These two guys are battling. They are in a battle. And All-Kalau right now, whatever is happening is the battle of those two heads. And it will be a very huge mistake if those people come in and bring this violence and just you see the police throw the tear gas and everything and they bring violence to the people. It will be a very bad incident to see that today because I'm hearing it's over 73,000 voters registered to have this
actually by Daily Nation's headline it was rated at 74.
74,000. Okay, so it's approximately 73,000.
Same difference.
So 73,000 voters. I was watching news earlier and there was a mama there who was just saying that amekuja tu kupiga kura, hajakuja kupigwa. So you see what is in the mind of the citizens right now currently. They are already in fear. because these are historic events that continue happening on a regular basis.
Right.
You see, every time we have elections, every time we have political rallies, we know there must be violence.
Right.
And now, you see, when when you hear 1,000 police are being deployed at such an area, 1,000 police, you see now, the government is deploying things at the wrong time when it's not needed, at the wrong place. When you need this police to come and intervene in serious crimes, they are nowhere to be seen. But right now, for an election, how do you deploy 1,000 policemen? You see, now the state is trying to create an intimidation tactic. Okay. Now, when you see a lot of policemen on the streets, there is a fear that is going to be created among the people of Olkalau. And now it might hinder or change their way they are going to appear today, their appearance. You see now. And whatever we are seeing shouldn't be happening. The government of the day should be serving the people.
Very right, very right. You know, I like how you've actually situated it quite aptly, because use of excessive force. Because allow me to say so at this point, that this is excessive force. 1,000 police. When was that last seen?
Bro, it has never been seen. Okay, it was seen during June 24.
But that was something. Was that
the protest?
Look at the demographic dynamics of CBD populace. That is to say, during the June 25th, 2024 and then you look at Olkalau. You know, Olkalau is more. Is a reserved place.
Okay.
Makara 1,000 is, well, that passes a message, and I like how you've put it, because in reality, this is likely to enforce voter apathy.
Yeah.
Watu wanasema, niende nikule tear gas. Is it even worth it? And also you mentioned something which is keen on us to discuss, because while the contestants are the two main ones are both Samuel Moshina, that is from UDM.
Yes.
And then Sammy Douglas Kamau, DCP.
Yeah.
But you'd find that most members of the country right now, maybe save for the few who are keen on politics, don't even know these people by name.
Sure.
They just know that there is a UDA and a DCP contest going on.
That's why I told you when we were starting, it's a colors game. The red team and the yellow team. The yellow team, and the green team.
Right.
These two people are battling. And whatever the methods they are using to battle is the one that is bringing a lot of questions. Because right now, the people of Olkalau, when they are supposed to be voting, we have 9 candidates, okay?
Right.
But now you see it has been compressed to only 2 colors.
And you also touched on something, Osumo, Vile. The proverbial context of 2 bulls fighting is the grass that takes the heat. And couldn't be any more true, because in my eyes, I feel like Olkalau citizenry, the very highly esteemed citizens of Olkalau, are being subjected to all these shenanigans that we've seen in the past few weeks towards the run-up of this by-election. We've had issues to do with voter bribery. We've had issues to do with money being pumped into the tunes, as alleged, of 8 billion.
Bro, you see now, when you're talking about 8 billion, hakuna kizuri kisicho na kibaya.
Right.
You see now, we are seeing that Olkalau residents are living flamboyantly. When you live in Olkalau right now and you want to open a bedsitter or a comrade, the government is going to give you a gas, is going to give you a mattress. You'll be assured of even snacks. You see now, this shows you how much their votes matter. You see, and now the leaders are the ones who know this. I am surprised the voters don't know the power they have.
Right.
Because the events that are happening right now in Olkalau, it's Christmas. Everybody has shopping. Actually, my friend, I'm telling you, everybody is sitting well. Anakula fit.
Mimi, kuna time when we were leaving the studio and heading home, one of the guys in the matter alikuwa anasema, hii maisha imekuwa ngumu, mama nikimbia Olkalau kwanza wiki moja alafu nirudi. Because I don't know if you saw, there were clips that were awash on social media.
Yeah.
You know, the beauty of this dispensation we find ourselves in is social media.
Yes.
Social media is now more potent than it was a few years back. So tunaonanga hizi vitu live. But I saw people dishing out money.
Cash.
By the thousands. Wala so moja or so mbili.
1,000.
By the thousands. Until unapata wase, now the citizenry, being witty, wanachukua the merchandise ya UDA cape na DCP, so whoever comes you pull off the one that is here na unachukua pesa unakula. Actually nasikia hata kuna mahoteli zilifunguliwa tu hii wiki just because of the campaign.
Bro, I'm telling you, kama wewe ni mamba msharp, wewe dunga dontiere zako and find yourself to Olkalao, because Olkalao now they are having pre-Christmas. You see, when you're given gas, you're given mattress, you're given food shopping, what else do you need? And now sasa kitu yenye wanafaa kuwa wanachunga ni so unaona wameletewa snacks. Hiyo snacks imekuja na mapolisi wangapi?
1,000 of them.
1,000 police.
Unseen, unheard of.
Why do you need 1,000 policemen to guard elections?
You know how you put it, Mike. I liked it the way you say it impresses upon the citizenry of the place that we have things on chokehold. And to me, you know, it would look like, I don't want to point fingers that the executive side, which is the incumbent government, which has fronted Sami Mushina, is now exploiting the fact that they control the police. We are told we've heard of police independence, but on the Constitution 2010, that's right. But we see that it's also bestowed upon the president as a duty to appoint the inspector general, to nominate the commissioners that lead these police forces. So, you know, you're only loyal to who pays you. Bro. So now it's brought that conversation of, is the government using the police force to as a bargaining, as a campaigning chip against the perceived doyen of the mountain, Rigiji himself?
Bro, you know, now I was doing an article on the impact of whatever is going around, okay?
Right.
And now you see the executive has its own powers, okay?
Right.
But then we have the legislature and the judiciary. Our legislature is by many times showing us the incompetency, okay? And now Pia judiciary is almost doing the same. You saw the case where somebody, the robber who was in Westlands the last time, gani yake judge ndo ilipatikana during investigations.
The one that the DCI is shut down.
Bro, judiciary is failing slowly by slowly. And now, I was in my article, I was talking about Kenya slowly becoming Haiti. And now, what I was talking about, I'm not trying to say that Kenya is already Haiti.
Becoming Haiti.
Slowly.
Gradually.
I
wanted to get the wording right.
Yeah, because you know now,
break it down for us, please.
Haiti did not become Haiti as it is overnight. Okay?
You're right.
It was slowly by slowly. Because now, this institution is not doing its role. This institution is neglecting this. And the citizens are also ignoring. You see? Because now, we need, as the executive, as they try and make laws, hizo wazipitishe, watake laws zipitishwe. No, the executives, they come with the policies and everything and the laws that they want to zipitishwe. Then zinaenda parliament. Parliament sasa sindo wanachukua kutoka hapo, they debate about it, they see if it's okay, nini wanapitisha. You see? But now, we need checks and balances for the executive.
Right.
If you don't have checks and balances for the executive, we are going to become a banana republic in no time. Because now today they will petition here, tomorrow they will petition this one, but now it's slowly, you're not seeing the impact. By the time all these laws in petition, you guys, you are sleeping. You are sleeping, and right now, you don't know now whatever you do, you have been limited. You're going to be limited in things that you are doing. Because now, wesi ulikuwa unafanya shughuli zako, you are not concentrated on whatever the policies are being made, what laws are being passed on parliament. You are still on your errands.
Right.
Now these laws are passing. And there was this, the time the people were talking about the finance bill and everything, there was a rumor that was spreading about going for adding the years, the term limits. Yeah, the term limits for the president. And you see now, once the citizens of a country are not engaged in the political talks, politics is food, Rony. And right now, you see they're seeing politics as Rigiji and Ruto.
Right.
But now they'll see the impact when the laws and the policies are being passed are affecting their food. And that is what I'm trying to put in the article for you guys to check it out.
Oh, wow. I can't wait. Let me just not preempt anything. I'd really love
that was a trailer.
I see a lot of parallelisms in what you're saying and in what we continue to witness. How things are going fast. They're spiraling fast.
Very fast.
And outside Olkalau, the larger part of Kenya still remains, I don't know if it's to say indifferent, they're just observing from the sidelines. And I realize Haiti isn't just a thing that you'd say ilianzishwa na one side of the government. Apparently ni wote walichangia.
Everybody takes part in ruining the government, because now you see we are having goonism. Goonism is like a culture that is popping out in the Kenyan industry in terms of politics. Every politician wants to use goons, either to mobilize. They are going with goons everywhere. They are working with goons, and you wonder if you are popular and you are influential, is it a must? Is it a must for you to carry? Okay, there were cases that allegedly the president was carrying mobilizers to his rallies, okay, and they are using school buses, they are using different means, okay, allegedly. Right. Now, if you're going to Nakuru or Kisumu or Homa Bay to do your rally, don't you have people in Olkalau? Don't you have people in Kisumu? Why do you need to carry your people to go to attend your rally? You see, now you're trying to create a perception. An image that you are popular. And now, perception influences masses.
Right.
The perception they're trying to create. Kenya first. What vitu wanaona kwa TV, they are really going with it. They don't know the behind the scenes. Yes, they go with everything that they see online. Now, Goonism is a culture that is popping up into our system. And them being sponsored by the government allegedly is something that raises a lot of concern and needs to be checked out, because right now it was there was an article that was done by AFP, and I was reading the article, and it's talking about the head of goons that you see now, part of the goons who are in this political rallies and the one who are causing chaos in some events. What AFP did, they subjected one and did an interview with them, and what they said is allegedly that Gaucho was one of them, you see. And now when you see what he termed, let me put it word by word, he said that Gaucho was a big shark. Okay, but Gaucho was a big shark at that time while they were in politics, doing the rallies on the ground. Okay, but right now he's untouchable. He's untouchable because right now he has been given a position in the board at the hospital. You see now, so it creates another question. If actually Goonism is coming up to show that it's a lucrative job. You see the scale.
Hard, by the way.
Yeah, because this is someone who has an uptrend. Okay, he started as a mobilizer, going like this, goons, nini, and then right now he has a position at a very, very big institution in our country. You see now.
Mike, I feel like also this use of goons, or the resurgence of goons now, we saw at ACK Cathedral, we've seen them at the church where Rigiji was. Now we have witnessed this in Olkalau to the point that Governor Irungu Kangata's AD was incurred some serious injuries.
Imagine
their car had been stoned and whatnot. You see, I feel like sometimes these goons, they are brought in not only to disrupt, because that's one thing for sure that they'll disrupt and cause mayhem and chaos. But many a time, I feel they are brought in to substantiate that there is a security threat in the place. Thereby justifying now the 1,000 police officers to be taken there. So you see, it's almost like a mind game.
Okay, now the goons, you've said, yes, I like the point that you've brought up. You bring goons and then bring police to say that the goons are here and the police. But now you talked about ACK. In ACK, those guys, they were being accompanied by police. I don't know if you saw the CCTV footage. These guys entered while the police were there. Okay, and then while they were getting out, the police also were there, trying now to make arrests. If they were not with these people, simple protocol, ask them, where are you going? Just ask them where are you going,
Unaenda wapi?
mnaenda wapi mkiwa wengi hivi mmejaa ngori,
Right.
kuanzia tu hapo, si ati wakishatoka ati ndo mnaanza
Central
kuwakimbisha.
Business District in the
Bro,
CBD.
CBD, we have guns in CBD. And then now you ask, do we have a governor in CBD?
Sakaja, where are you?
Where are these people? Where are the bro Central Police Station?
Even the commission.
Iko hapo tu kando. Where were these guys? So alafu unakuja Olkalau 1000 policemen wanaweza patikana wadeployiwe hapo, lakini in a serious situation like that hawapatikani.
If there is something that has been crystallized by this 1000 police officer, if there's any such statement that has been crystallized, is that the use of police force is selective. When it's SK,
true,
by the time we came they were gone, and you can see that if the members of the fourth estate had ample time to come there, set up cameras and record,
imagine,
and the police, who rightfully are just within stone's throw, didn't. And right now we see what is happening at Olkala, where the police were deployed not even on this by-election date. Walishafika mapema, quick, fast.
Yes.
It crystallizes the idea amongst Kenyans that the police dispensation of its role is selective. And I think now that we've talked of both ACK, we saw even the other day in Kisumu. If it happens once, Mike, they say it's an incident. If it happens twice, we might pass it by as a coincidence. But if it happens thrice, it's a pattern. I feel like as a country, it now behooves us to check in on this pattern. You have to. You can imagine if this is what is happening now, and we are just mid-year, slightly over the half mark of the year 26. Sasa by the time tunafika 27, the electioneering period now.
I'm telling you, these goons are getting confidence. Okay? If you guys are allowing them right now to take over and do the distractions that they're doing, it's only gaining momentum. And it's only a matter of time when it reaches 2027 and they will unleash their full wrath on you guys, because you gave them the freeway. You see now, because you saw in Kisumu, bro, they're even carrying arrows. Why do you need to come with an arrow? Okay, si ukuja na rungu basi tu tukimbizane. Arrow, why do you need to come with an arrow to a rally or to an area?
So that we can put a full stop to this goonism. It was worthy to note that we've never witnessed arrows in Kisumu. Sana we've been seeing mawe, but arrows this time.
Arrows. Actually, inaleta pia swali. Watu walitoka wapi? Because that's not something that has been seen again.
Let that be.
Stones we are used to stones as a means of
upon our viewers.
Okay.
Now, Mike. On to something else, but still on the same Olkalau. You see, it's been made clear that it's a Ruto versus a UDA versus DCP 2-horse race.
Definitely.
I don't know if guys know, there's a Jubilee aspirant there. There is also a Kenya Moja movement aspirant there. There are other parties that
they need to
have
pull up
fronted
their
candidates,
socks.
but now it's 2-horse.
Yeah.
And tell me, in your mind, what do you think happens if the UDA candidate wins? And what do you think happens if the DCP candidate wins? How does this affect the politics of the nation?
Personally, I don't want to shed some or a lot of light on these two parties because they might not be really... Okay, they are substantial at this time.
Right.
Okay, but now, as you've said, it's a race between these two parties. And in political analytics, if DCP win this election, it will change the perception of voters and it might give them an upper hand in the next coming 2027 elections. And if UDA win, it will also boost ego of someone somewhere. And it will now give him the freeway of 2027. It will be much easier for them to attain their targets.
Wow. I like that, by the way, because it's, you see, we would wonder why there's so much, oomph in this by-election. We've seen other by-elections before, but we've never seen one that pits former deputy president Rigathi against his former boss, now the current president William Ruto, in this manner. Because even while we had the Emurwadiki one, where a DCP candidate had been there, it's worthy of mention that Rigathi actually never made it on ground to campaign for the fellow, but still managed to garner some votes. Now this is for the first time they got into a face-off, like you synonymized it to the Majembe versus the Mbavu destroyer duo. Because now I feel like the results of this by-election today, that is ongoing as we speak, is such that if DCP wins, because if what we are seeing in the media space is anything to go by, is DCP happen to have a substantial hold of their voters there. And if they manage to win, that first of all, it justifies Rigathi Gachagua. It vindicates him as a dominant force come this election 2027. Also, it gives DCP oomph. You'll notice that right now, little is being heard of Jubilee, as I mentioned, of these other parties. Right now, it's DCP versus UDA, almost as though to give DCP some airtime, some prime airtime. And I feel as well that it for Rigathi, it's important that he actually gains that seat, so as to convince the other core principles of the united opposition, the perceived united opposition, alternate government, that I can garner votes in my region. I can get numbers. Because otherwise, if he loses, he therefore loses also credibility to speak on those negotiation tables. But rightfully, as you also said, if the UDA candidate wins, I won't even hide this one. It will massage the ego of the party chairman, who is the current president. And we've seen over and above, Rigi emphasized that Ruto has already lost his mountain vote. He no longer has that grip, mountain eco-locked. But I feel like Ruto is trying to make a point that I don't think you've had the entire lockdown. Because if he can manage numbers, if he can manage to get people to vote for him, still gives credibility to UDA. Therefore, meaning that maybe perhaps the mountain isn't entirely locked and tight. And I'll be keen actually on seeing how this pans out, because as it were, now the drums of 2027 campaigns have officially kicked off. This Olkalau by-election has given us a peek into a trailer of what to expect. But by and large, we should be cautious of how we handle this as a country.
True.
I saw this morning, and I want you to tell me what you think on this. As of yesterday night, there were accounts on X that were posting, these are just random Kenyans, who are posting audio-visual content of 2007 post-election violence cases amid the fears of the resurgence of the same come 2027. Mike, what do you think of that?
2027 was a moment where a lot happened.
Right.
And we don't want to go back that way. From where we are and from where we've been, that's not a route that we want to take.
Right.
And what I can say is that Kenya is a poor land, but not in terms of money. Kenya is poor in terms of the decisions we make. Now the people are trying to make it seem as a conundrum between why will you take salt and sugar and debate to go and cook rice. Why will you debate putting sugar and salt while cooking rice? Why? It is from the head. If you have moral you should just use your head. Right. And use salt. Okay. So for you to take sugar and put, maybe it's your taste, but you see now, that's the point I'm trying to make here, is that you should not put a lot of heaviness on decisions that require just to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You see? Because I don't see a reason as to why you need to go to your neighbor. The neighbor who has been giving you salt, the neighbor who has been doing farming for you, your neighbor who has been doing shopping and everything. You are living together harmoniously. Why will the decision of enriching somebody or enriching a party make you want to ruin this relationship you have?
Right.
Because right now, so far we have been living very well, isn't it? We have been living harmoniously together without any disruptions and anything. So for somebody to prompt you and go and do something atrocious to your neighbor is something that you should also use your head.
Right.
And see that Rony has been with me, Jemo has been with me all through this time. Why will I need to go and sabotage Jemo because of my political choice?
Right.
You see? So these choices should not show, they're going to show our characters in coming 2027 if we learned our lesson, okay? But what I advise Kenyans, starting from Olkalau, let the politics not divide us as a community. We are a community that is growing, and Kenya is one of the best countries that is moving economic-wise.
Right.
A lot of innovation, technology, bright minds in Africa.
Definitely.
And the trend that we are going with, we might find ourselves as a first-class country.
You know, Mike, with that trend, actually, the Singaporean narrative.
No, Singapore is almost impossible. I'm not with Singapore.
For context.
Yeah.
It is good that we have, we as a country, we can take stock and look that there are gains, substantial gains that we've made. But you'd remember with Kibaki's tenure of power, first of 2002 to 2007, he did a remarkable job in trying to turn around the economy. And it actually picked up well as from 2007.
Yeah.
You know, because that's when now we've had the M-Pesa brought in and money is decentralized. But, you know, I feel like the post-election undid most of those gains.
Okay.
That by the time Kibaki left, you realize that now the economy has been set back because of the ripple effects of that post-election violence. I also feel as a country right now, we've come so far to have just come this far.
True.
And I'll explain. 2007 and 2026 is roughly about how many years apart? Almost 20. 19 if you're being exact. But for the lessons that we drew from 2007, we find ourselves again by the fire, toying and, you know, playing with fire, as you said, because we might be spiraling the Haiti way. Or we could say as a country, no, we are putting our nation first, and the politics that should be discussed is, as the president is always most times on record saying, is let us discuss how we are going to change the lives, let us discuss how all that stuff. But, you know, now comes the reality on the ground, and the picture is a bit different. It's a bit murky, and I really wouldn't romanticize with where we are at right now. You see, the Kofi Annan report that just dropped the other day, which was very damning, dropped a very scathing stat that showed 87% likelihood of resurgence of 2007. And as a person who was directly affected by the post-election violence, that's no way to go, regardless if you are pro, anti-government, or what, or even if you are that one apathetic Kenyan who says, I don't care, I won't vote. It will still, you know, you'll still be caught in the crosshairs. And I feel like as a people, it's time we change the conversation, you know. Isikue, we just fall under the thumbprint of these political bigwigs, as we've seen. Because now what we are seeing in Olkalau, which is in a moment about to be magnified upon the entire country, is polarization. Because now you see you guys are from that time, from this side. And in all sense, we are all after one thing: development, quality education for our children. We want better roads, better services, working, you know, healthcare amenities. Not we want so and so to win. And I think I'd like to remind the people of Olkalau to bear that in mind today. And I don't know, Mike, just so we put a close on the Olkalau issue, what do you think of IEBC and how they've conducted themselves in the past few towards the run-up and preparation of this by-election?
Okay, first of all, before we go to IBC, I would like to talk about Nani. Whatever is going in Nyabari Chache.
Please continue.
Now, those guys, you see now, we are trying to put away an archaic way of things the way they were happening. But now, the citizens of Nyabari Chache, they're still taking handouts, but we say we are not doing politics of handouts again. Because now, even if you look at the place, the road,
Right.
As to where they were getting those handouts, the road is in a very disgusting state. But now these guys are blinded by the notes. They're blinded by the notes, and they're repeating the same mistake that they have been doing all along. And now you see the people who are giving them are still giving, and they don't have a place or when they're going to stop. So the people of Nyabari Chache, bana, shame on you. You people, you should style up, bana. Whatever we are trying to move towards, or our goal is much bigger than those 1,000 notes that you guys are taking. And if you want to reach that goal, you guys have to come with us.
Right.
So we won't look at you at the side doing shady things and we don't call you out. We have to call you eyes. Shame on you guys. Now on IBC, whatever has done right now. Okay, let me talk about the education. Voter education has been minimal on my side, can't lie, because we are nearing election period. And I don't know about you, I tried logging into the site and it's failing. It's failing.
IBC verification.
Yeah, IBC verification is failing. IBC, can you do something about it? Because now we need to see the people who are registered. I need to know if I'm still in the list because I already registered Niko Kadi. So if they style up also and try and put this, because they have a budget.
They do.
Yes, so what is happening, Bana? Everything should be working towards this time. Educate people. People should know how things are going to happen and prepare them for the elections. Now we don't want scenarios where we have rigged votes. Vitu tunaweza abstain, you see now, because wakiwafunza vizuri kila kitu itaenda vizuri.
Now, as you said, I think you met Nyabari Chache, and it's worthy of mention to highlight that IBC the other day had almost suggested a postponement / cancellation of the election, something that we haven't had IBC ever do. And now we are seeing it almost suggested that they were anxious from their own end as well. And that raises the concern of impartiality in terms of now today how the election is going to be conducted. Anyway, we all live to witness and see what will happen as from that end. So to the Olkalau residents and citizens, the country is closely watching, and we are keen on seeing how the conduct will be, because a lot of what goes down today is actually going to be consequential as from tomorrow morning going forward in matters the national conversation. To our esteemed viewers joining in from wherever you are, be it online, you can always catch us up on our website, iconradio.co.ke, also on YouTube at Icon Radio. And we want actually to go for a break. Bills have got to be paid. But when we get back, I want us now to talk about something interesting that we happen to have partaken in. We had one of the hugest Ugandan stars in the building, but I'll be telling you about that in a moment. For now, see you in a bit.
Hakuna cha huzuni hapa, furani tele. Kwa wale wamesahau mziki yangu bado ni genge. Kwa wale wanatudharau tafadhali usifanye nicheke. Sitadanganya jamani, nimerudi studio leo na nasikia poa. Na najua mnapenda kusikia sauti yangu, kwa hivyo ngoma poa tu ndo tazidi kutoa. Unatulia nini bana, amka tuzitoke. Unapanguza nini bana, wacha jasho imwagike kote. Kuna ukame tunajituliza na maji baridi. Klemo raundi ameniambia nikute na ngoma mbili. Moral wacha iwabambe na mjipandishe juu ka bendera na mwimbe ngoma ka national anthem. kule roundini ya cheni pia ninone. Safari yangu ngepeleka mbio lakini mama kwenda pole pole. Usifikiri nimechoka, niko na nguvu kazi ile ngombe nyona mtaani. Sitachoka kutafuta majani, sitachoka kuendelea na safari. Wacha mguu zangu zitembee, wasanii wote wa nguvu wa pepe. Kimaisha na kila kitu anafanya ni bidii, utafika pale unataka. Hata nikigonga so bado mziki zangu zitaacha kusambaza. Nimeamka chali yangu na sioni tena chalala. Weka matches kando tunaenda kazi, weka stress kando mambo kwe safi. Moral watu wangare, moral watu watambe. Na mjipandishe juu ka bendera na mwimbe ngoma ka national anthem.
Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka.
Bidii yangu imelazimisha watu wengi sana waruke. Asali bado nawapatia, tiongeza sukari tamu isishuke. Nikipanda tafana vile roho yangu inataka. Sitapotea tena tankene wengine wakitukata. Pilipili ni aje sikuja nisaidie kwa kamata. Lakini sijui itakuaje tukiwa roga sana. Sijui atajisaidiaje tukiwa bonda sana. Tuwafundisha kupumzisha nyundo na bado weze kuflex mkono vizuri. Kuingia gym kupanua kifua kiasi na kupumua vizuri.
Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka.
Yeah. No nene. Ngoma kali ufanya na kumbusha Kenya vile Kiswahili ni kitamu, au sio? Nyocha nyocha
Nakupenda sana sitoficha, kama kukupenda ni makosa. Sitaki kuwa sawa duniani, kwani nakupenda sio siri. Wengi wakiyaona kwa machozi yatoka kila siku. Sitochoka mimi kukupenda, watakaosema na waseme. Wengi wakiyaona kwa machozi yatoka kila siku. Sitochoka mimi kukupenda, watakaosema na waseme. Nitakuwa wa furaha, nipe tafadhali nikuonjeshe. Wea utataka kubanduka, penzi langu nikikuonjesha. Kama sio wewe nani tena, hakuna kama wewe maishani. Wea utataka
nataka kubanduka penzi langu nikikuonjesha kama sio wewe nani tena hakuna kama wewe maishani ni wewe wangu ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi na kukupa ili usiende ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi na kukupa ili usiende ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi na kukupa ili usiende ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi na kukupa ili usiende.
Nilisikia manzi fulani wakisema jua kali ananyesha baada ya teso mimi najua jota nisatesa pia nimejaribu kuchunguza mvua gani hiyo inawaka nyota ndogo ukiangalia juu hewani inairushia kamba nivutia hapa chini kwa mchanga ewe yako msichana sitaki usiku ati mapenzi unionjeshe nipe yote ndamani kwa balcony ndende na usishtuki ataka hapo nje tunaonekana na wasenge sababu letafanya kikupa penzi langu bebe itafanya wasenge wachana wasichana wanze katika genge mwili zetu wawili zipate joto vile zimeshikana na mimi nakwambia tulia hapo ndani na mwanga pikana saka niteremko huko chini weza jijazia kijana hakuna mali naenda niko naye milele nimekubeba mkononi jo balkoni ongezeka kelele wananduara mgongo kisema kuwa waikimwaga maziwa kuwa yanyesha
Ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi na kukupa ili usiende ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe
siku mingi to
Kwa heri.
kwani nimekewa madawa siwezi kuacha kila mali unaenda mina kufuata siogopi kukuambia mina kupenda watu wa wivu nao zao ni kusema sema ndio manza alipiga simu mi hata simjui mi nimekuwa studio tulikuwa naye wapi juzi hizo ni uongo na unajua mlango wangu iko wazi ukitaka kurudi nimeifungua unasema hapana hapana huku kilia mi navumilia mi nakazana after yote siamini bado zaniambia
Nakuaga mi kwa heri nami nakutakia laheri kukupenda mi siwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri Nakuaga mi kwa heri nami nakutakia laheri kukupenda mi siwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri
nashughulika kila kitu yangirudi fiti vyolipotea tu mtano alifika nimechizi silali kusema ukweli sikuli kejani vana hata skuzi situli nipige makofi labda naota manikuache pema nasikia nika nimechoka kuzitetea paliliko mapalisiko na se tumetupa miaka 6 hivyo unasema hapana hapana huku kilia mi navumilia mi nakazana after yote siamini bado zaniambia
Nakuaga mi kwa heri nami nakutakia laheri kukupenda mi siwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri Nakuaga mi kwa heri nami nakutakia laheri kukupenda mi siwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri
hasira nyanyeni vana tulia biashara yetu bado mi nimeshikilia na nguvu yangu yote naweza pesako kuna mali poa nimeiweka unaweza chuna kadhaa ukitaka zile zitabaki nunua nazo shamba lazima tufikirie maisha yetu ya mbele si kila siku kelele
Tuki wana wewe mambo yako yenda kombo japo nisonge hapo matatizo yako ma Nakuaga mi kwa heri yako yenda kombo, japo nisonge hapo matatizo yako yakoma. Nakuaga mi kwa heri, nami nakutakia laheri. Kukupenda mi siwezi jamani mpenzi, kwa heri. Nakuaga mi kwa heri, nami nakutakia laheri. Kukupenda mi siwezi jamani mpenzi, kwa heri.
Oh. I hadn't turned the feeders up.
Yeah.
Welcome back, viewers. This is Icon Radio. Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. And with me today is Mike. We were still having a discussion ahead of what we talked about. Now, Mike, the Gen Zs, a very substantial demographic of our country.
Yes.
Kila time ukiwasikia wanasema one term. But they only say to that end, it's a hanging sentence. One term, who comes the second? And as I was explaining to Mike here in Stu, is that before a serious political animal like Ruto, because that's what this man is. He's never lost any election. He's known to hold his ground firmly. You can see how he's running the government. It's like he's the head of all ministries. Yeah, we see more of him than we do of the CSs. He's a hands-on type of guy, you know. I'm just trying to drive the point home.
Yeah.
So before such a contender, serious contender, hamufai kukaa and indecisive, as though you are not clear who will, because now when you say it's sure that it is one time, and he knows that for a fact. He says he's the first consumer of raw intelligence in the country.
Yeah.
But I could also say for him, it amuses him to know that they are sure of one term, but they aren't sure of the second, and that's why he's effecting this divide and conquer mechanism, like in the mountain. Now he's splitting the mountain into Arigathi versus those who are allied to him, because there are a section of leaders from that region who continue to work with the government.
Yes.
We've seen that also happen in the ODM. Yes. How immediately we arrested Rao, the party split. And once the party split, the naysayers wakaenda nje. We have the kina Sifuna and the functionaries, kina Siaya governor Orengo. And therefore we can see there is a side of ODM Ruto has, and there's a side he's left to these other guys.
Yes.
But look again, go to Western, because while Sifuna is ODM staunch, a day one, or not even a day one, like he had the blessing of Baba, but he is a lawyer who runs an office in Nairobi. And if you've noticed something is urban politics and rural politics in the Kenyan context usually differ. You could be popular in Nairobi, yes. Then you come to the village, guys don't know you.
True.
Because they feel like you don't affect their daily living in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
In which case, Ruto is affecting the Mudavadi, Wetangula, and we saw what happened in Bungoma the other day when Sifuna was there.
Yeah.
With Didmas, he left there leaving some bold egg on Sifuna's face.
I remember.
But in my mind, it looks like, he's affecting that, which then could exploit this Gen Z saying we are one term, but we are not sure.
Gen Z, Ronnie, being Throwback Thursday, let me take you back a little. You remember, did you ever play a game where you will go and ding dong ditch? Ding dong ditch. You go and ring a bell at your neighbor's house, then you run away. Yes. Alafu sasa you have friends, of course, mko pamoja. Alafu sasa nakwambia we ring, si tutakimbia. And then now they leave you on the spot.
On the hot seat.
And they leave you on the hot spot. Now, anyone who is trying to campaign with Gen Z, he should stay guided. He should be very cautious with whatever they are doing. They are treading on serious grounds. Because now, Gen Z, they gave Sifuna a perception. And I think part of it gave him the boost.
Right,
and he was like, yeah, we will support you. Everybody online in X, we will support you. But right now, Sifuna has been ousted as the SG. will they walk their talk? Will the Gen Z walk their talk? Because now Sifuna is likely to go home if he doesn't position himself well in the next coming elections.
Right.
Because right now his party already is not they're not in good terms with the party. Yes. Will he form Linda Mwananchi as a party? We don't know. But now anyone who is trying to use Gen Z as their campaigners, as their to campaign along with Gen Z,
as a basis of their stay guided.
Chop price.
And I like what you've said, Mike, because you've mentioned something that hitherto hasn't been mentioned quite frequently. The concept that we might be actually witnessing Sifuna going home in slow and real time. Because for him to go for the presidency seat, which is what most of us Gen Zs were prepping him up for, straight from Nairobi senatorial to the presidency, the top seat, is to say, why go for the highest hanging fruit when, of course, here in the CBD, one thing I know for a fact is, if he would have stood for something like a governor, not even just a governor, something more within his reach, it is a guarantee. But now we are telling him to leave the senatorial position and the gubernatorial one, which maybe would have been his next go-to, or perhaps just retain the Senate one, has already been taken by Babu Owino. And Babu has gone silent. And then now we're telling him go for the presidency. And we can see the level of wrath the president is unleashing upon the united opposition. And what the chances are for Sifuna to actually be that president. And again, particularly if he is premising it on what you've just said, the Gen Z vote. Now unasema Gen Z, we stay guided.
Bro, Gen Z are people 50-50. You see, today Gen Z are feeling like this, tomorrow they are feeling like this. And now...
hysterical people.
Yes, now you're talking about history. If you look at patterns, Ruto has never lost an election.
Right.
That is history.
Right.
It's okay? So right now, he's a serious candidate that we are battling with, okay? And if Sifuna is going to avoid the statistics and the history behind the opponent,
the facts,
and just vouch for Gen Zs who will from nowhere appear in numbers and support him, he will be very ignorant. He will be very ignorant for him to exclude all the facts. He will be very ignorant of him.
And that's a very
he will find himself out of the game. People will play the game and he will be outside.
You know, Mike, at this point, let me invite our viewers. Please, I'm really eager to see your comments on our social handles. On TikTok, it's at Icon Radio, on Icon Radio Kenya, on Instagram, Icon Radio Kenya, on Facebook, Icon Radio, even on YouTube. Tell us, because this conversation is getting interesting. You know, it feels like people, tuna massage ego ya Sifuna. Let me accept someone who wants to co-host with us. I'm very keen to hear.
Yeah, as in usichoche mtu, hiyo si poa. Si poa, mbona uende uchoche mtu alafu umwache hanging.
Umwache pending.
Umwache hanging bana, sio poa.
And you know something you mentioned, Mike, is that they might be these guys who are accompanying him and telling him go. Wanaweza kuwa wanamhype, and then when he's left standing at the podium, anabaki hapo mwenyewe akihang, which again is something I was thinking as regards this Olkalau by-election. I feel like there are a lot of mountain leaders, functionary leaders, particularly aligned to the DCP, and rather the united opposition, who are riding piggyback on the pronouncement of Rigathi, that we are with you, we will walk with you the race. While they know they will campaign and gain seats, while Rigi might be left out. Like they might just be riding, piggyback on that wave. Like very much like what we used to see during Rao's time. These people come, they get his blessing, and then, when Baba gave you his hand, it was an all-out game. It was almost always difficult to contest against Baba's voice, particularly in Luo Nyanza, Western. And I feel like that's the same, starting to morph from Rigathi's corner. A lot of these people, I feel they are on his side to protect their numbers come 2027. I saw the UDA Mushina. All his posters hazina picha ya Ruto.
Yeah.
But Rigathi is always in frame. So this one tells you something. it's telling actually
It's the
of
same
how
pattern.
the things are on
It's the
ground.
same pattern as they are using with the Raila Amolo Odinga. May his soul rest in peace. Raila Amolo Odinga was one of the most exorbitant, we might say. It was the enigma, you see. And now his method of going for politics, it was very strategic, okay?
Right.
And everybody who was behind his back knew that he will get the seat. But now, since his death, there has been a serious change in the dynamics of everything, how it's going to settle. And now Rigiji is also on the platform.
Right.
He has a quite huge number of people behind his back. Okay, that one we cannot ignore.
Right.
Even though some are saying, critics might say he's tribal, critics might say he's not serious or something. Okay, he still has numbers that are very evident while we see through his rallies, isn't it? So the strategy that is being used here is quite similar. So Gen Zs, I'm speaking to you. You see, when Raila Odinga was the opposition at that time,
right?
Raila Odinga has been the opposition for the longest.
For
the longest, okay?
Actually, right.
And how has he been suffering to remain on this space? He has been holding the government accountable with their actions, okay? And for Baba, we've seen it through history, okay? It's not something that he started yesterday.
Right.
It's something that it has been through history. He has been fighting.
It's a tried and tested.
Yes, he has the Sabasaba thing. It was Baba and his fellow guys, okay? So, right now, we're having Rigiji and Ruto, okay?
Right.
These are two opposition parties, okay? And now, Rigiji, we're not sure of his history that we could align it to Baba.
Actually, we don't have a substantial history from Rigiji to compare to Baba.
Yes, you're getting it, Ronnie. You see now. So if we will put Rigiji and Baba,
Baba takes it any day.
Baba, you see? Okay.
His soul continues.
But right now, Rigiji and Ruto, these are two people who are on the same train, but now they fell out. Okay?
Right.
So, we can't say that one party has is vouching has a
upper hand.
No, not even an upper hand. I'm talking about now for Kenyan citizens, okay? You know now a Gen Z who has amechukua kura kwa kadi ajui anaenda pande gani. You see, amejipata tu kwa mix because now people they were influenced in one way or another, or maybe they just want their country to become the place they want to be, okay?
Yes.
So now for a Gen Z who is coming into this space, I want you to look at this on this side, on this angle, okay? What are you voting for? Are you voting for morality? Okay? Let's look at that angle. Let's use morals. For Gen Z who is voting, this video is for you.
Gen Zs who are watching.
Yes. We will always have good and evil. Good and bad. Okay? So, go and do your research. Don't be influenced by money. Don't be influenced by your tribe. Because you've said it along. You're tribeless. Okay?
Partyless,
but now this time you can't be partyless because for an election to go, you have to choose a party. Okay? So ensure that the person you're going to choose is morally upright and is willing to put Kenya and scale it to different levels. Okay? We don't want somebody who you'll choose who will bring us down from where we were. Okay? Right now, we are scaling. We are scaling on a very nice trend, as a country. But now, what is making us scale down is the government of the day. Okay? The government of the day is the one that is influencing our uptrend. Okay?
Right.
So take a situation where you have somebody who is very accountable in terms of law and policy so that you guys are not you don't find yourself in situations of abductions, you don't find robbery cases going around because the people who are there are competent.
Right.
Okay? So as you go towards this election, look at it at that angle. Ensure that you're taking somebody who is morally upright and competent for the job. Don't choose somebody because he's from your family. Don't choose somebody because he has a lot of money. Don't choose someone because he has a lot of influence. The people who they are influencing, they are paid. People get paid in this scene.
Right.
So you go and do your research and then look at the look at the track records. Look at the track records. Hey, this guy has been arrested 57 times, and it's not because of the good reasons, it's because of the bad ones. Okay,
that's worthy of.
Yes, go with that angle, and it will be very easy for you to note the best candidate for you. Don't be influenced by the masses. People will say this, people will say that, and tomorrow you're the person who is going to be affected by the outcomes of the situation.
Well, that's well said, Mike. I couldn't agree more with you. It's only that I feel like a lot of our perceptions as a country, even as a youth, is that it's been influenced by the systemic politics that we've continued to witness in this country.
But it's changing. The dynamics are changing.
That's what I'd really love for us to walk that talk.
Yeah.
When you say Sisi ni Sifuna, or when you say one term and you have your reasons, because I could see during the Mandamanos, guys can quote constitution word for word. So this is a well-informed people.
Yeah.
I feel like we should now walk that talk and effect it to talk kabisa ile mentality I can be bought. I can be inclined because of tribe. I can be inclined because of even such petty things as not even petty but gender, you know. Those are things Kenyans have always mentioned something. Why did you vote for her? She was beautiful. But Mike, because politics in Kenya, haishi. It's a going concern. This conversation continues. I'm actually inviting our viewers to continue commenting.
Sure.
I'd love to hear your take on this as the audience. Now, Mike, I want us to veer off politics into something
hapa ndani karibu yanze kunuka tear gas because now
because of the politics. Yesterday we had a very big guest in the studio.
Yes,
Navio.
You
were there.
The myth.
Do tell.
Hey bro, you see now having being Throwback Thursdays, I don't know if people know Navio. You do.
Big time.
Yes, but Navio is one artist who has broken records in terms of putting Africa and their country, also Uganda, in their space, and also Kenya because of the
proximity,
collaborations and everything, because you see now that we are intertwining, we are neighbors. Navio has put Kenya and Uganda and every country in Africa that they have done the collaboration with. And now yesterday when he was here, it was full vibes, bro. See, you were there. You were there in production. It was mad.
You see, one thing I liked about Navio, he had a very calm aura. You know, I first encountered Navio's music, I think around 2010, 2009.
Hey. Nilikwambia ni millennial.
No,
you have to be a millennial.
Okay.
Time ulikuwa unasikiza muziki ya Navio kwanza kusema ya Navio.
Let me explain. Let me substantiate.
Okay.
I'm a country boy. I've been born, bred, raised in the village.
Okay.
And in the village back in 2010, because that I was in class 6 around that time.
Yeah.
And sikuwa na simu. Wi-Fi hakukuwa nayo. We didn't have too much of what exists now. So while tending to my grandmother's cows, I used to work with a Sonitech radio. So I used to listen. Now because it's rural, there are only few frequencies that come out clearly on radio. Now one of them was a particular station. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it here.
We know it.
Yeah, that one enyeko kwanchi kila mahali. So they used to run a show where they highlight the music industry, particularly in East and Central Africa. And that's when I first encountered now Navio's music. And now yesterday to sit with him face to face
on the same space,
I couldn't even believe myself. I couldn't contain myself because as you say, this is a guy who has put Africa on the map.
Yes, put it on the map.
A lot of Navio's style is inclined towards the Western hip hop vibes. And as a continent, we've had so few hip-hop stars, we can actually mention them all in one at a go. Because I remember while we were here, he told me something about, his correlation with AKA, now deceased, with Calligraph here in Kenya, with Sarkodie in Ghana. And you could see that this is a guy who's really walked in that space of hip-hop as an artist. And one thing I loved about Navio, which Ugandans won't love to hear about.
Ugandans, are you watching?
Is that he was actually born in Kenya. So wanasemanga Joshua Baraka wa Uganda na sisi tunasema hata mzazi wake alikuwa Mkenya but tumekubali basi ni Mganda. Sisi tunasema Navio ni wetu.
We've accepted him because now the vibes that they are bringing is mad, bro. Yesterday I was just here and Black Samurai on Friday. Hey, so if you are a Gen Z or if you are somebody who loves rap music and hip hop, you need to check it out.
And actually now that we just I wanted to do a drum roll to guess where we'll be this weekend. But now since you've already leaked that,
you must
Navio is
be
going to host alongside The Myth.
Yes.
So you remember Navio and The Myth have rejoined after a long hiatus.
Bro, I almost forgot. Good Level.
The album.
Now, Good Level is crazy. You have to listen to Good Level. I am giving you a hint. Just go.
Mike, on a scale of 1 to 10, unakianga ngapi God Level?
Bro, God Level is almost breaking my scale.
For those who aren't actually aware, or who aren't up to speed, God Level is Navio's latest debut album.
Go and listen to Been There and More. I can hook you up to those two.
Been There and More.
Yeah, Been
you
There
are voting
more.
for those two.
Those two are okay for me.
For me, I'd give it 11 of 10. Because given the performance and given the resurgence of that chameleonic vibe, because you know Navio comes from another era.
Hey bro, you know when you're talking about performance, did you see the orchestra?
The
listening
party in Uganda.
Wewe ile pesa ilipampiwa hapo, I'm very sure those people, I don't know if it was money, but the skill and the outcome,
it was top notch.
I've never seen that in Africa.
As Navio would
which
say,
country achieved that?
You see, by the way, that setup in and of itself is I think he set the bar in terms of listening parties.
Too high.
Listening
set the bar
parties.
too high.
Our Kenyan artists, manze mtupieni listening party kaza Navio. Hizi zinakuwa kwa close spaces that we even seldom hear about or we can hardly afford.
Up your game.
Ali set up. Hiyo kitu ilikuwa amazing.
Bro, did you see the screens?
The screens.
Did you see the violin guys? Did you see the piano guys? Did you see everybody?
You know, I loved the
fact
lights,
that everything was crazy.
On the stage, it was mad, energetic performance.
And also the audience.
Then on the audience,
jumping up
wame set up tu wakikula wakihype. Man, I love the whole picture that represented.
This is the first time I will say we are looking up to Uganda and do something positive. You know now.
I didn't just say that, Mike. But
that's the first. Bro, have you seen the production?
It was top.
The production was top. Actually, Kenyan producers, you need to up your game. Bring for us an orchestra, also us.
And
we will come.
As Mike has said, this coming Friday, ambayo ni kesho, all roads lead to the Black Samurai. Ambapo Navio alongside The Myth, who actually I was about, you interjected when I was trying to ring in our clients, our audience, is that Navio and The Myth have a friendship that spans back about 25 years. You can imagine.
25 years.
In the
almost like a marriage.
Their start of days, in the days of yore, they came under the a banner of a duo called Clear Cut. So they'd also do the rap. They'd also do the I'm trying to pull up that Ugandan accent the way they were doing. It was amazing.
Bro, you know the Ugandan accent
it had me rolling every time they pulled it out.
It's crazy.
You are serious until he pulls that Ugandan
accent. I really
accent.
wonder how those guys who are coming to colonize us, which method were they using to teach Ugandans English? Because now their English it has a very funny.
But I think the same could be said of us Kenyans when you go out to other countries. They'll say,
yeah.
But anyway, I loved the duo, and it's an album to look out for, guys. God Level, spelled GODLVL by Navio Music and The Myth. It's something you've mentioned 2 tracks.
Yeah,
it's
been
that
there
can
and
go
more.
And listen to.
Check it out.
Amazing. But above and beyond, we are inviting everyone, not just Gen Zs because of hip hop, even the millennials because they resonate with Navio's music because they've heard him.
The big audience.
That day, and I feel like the millennials by the way, tunasemanga ni silent generation. But in my mind right now, I'm like, are they really? You see in Tanzania, we just had the other day the bongo flavor celebrations. Me witnessing Ali Kiba, in the audience singing along to Nyota Ndogo performance stage. You remember Nyota Ndogo? Kuna watu.
I remember
and
those guys.
In my mind I was like, wow, this is, and you could see the millennials in that place were like, oh. Come to Kenya, we had ours at Kani, the culture. And of course, Kenya sets the pace. Then Tanzania. Now Uganda is here. So I'm really calling out to guys. Let's turn up. It's going to be vibes on vibes on vibes. You don't want to miss that. You really don't want to miss that.
Will you be there, Rony Choge?
But of course,
We must be seen.
I have to be there. One, to be entertained by my childhood star, and two, to get our audience content.
Yeah.
I have to.
Okay.
This is one for, there are things that I think are worthy of being documented, Mike. Like they were now the orchestra's performance at Silo 15 when they were doing their listening party there. It was pivotal that they had that on record. Ndio hata sisi wengine tuone how it can be done.
Yeah.
So it's upon us. I know Kenyans are angushangi when it comes to partying. Kwanza Juni Friday.
Bro, Navio said Uganda they party more than Kenya. I was wondering, is it because of Waragi? Kenya, we need to form our own liquor or our own drinks. Because now, not only forming, you see, there's the part of the business part of it, of importing. You see, like we have different drinks from different countries. So if Kenya, we come with a drink, either beverage or alcoholic, we just need to brand ourselves and be out there so that it will improve our economy. Now Waragi is making people party every day from Monday to Friday.
And then it's making Navio and they meet Turuki down Yapon. He asked Kenyans.
I really wonder.
I really didn't like it by the way when he said, is that even a question? I didn't like it because I'm like...
They are very confident. They are bumping their chest telling us that, hey, they should be in our space also.
Na Mike, kwani hizi hype tunaonanga CBD, hizi maklabu zetu, how are they doing? If Uganda are doing it better, wanaifanya aje zaidi?
You see now, that is a debate that we can't finish, because saying that Uganda party more than Kenyans is almost incorrect, because Kenyans even carry their party to their buses. Have you seen Ganyas? Have Ugandans seen Ganyas?
I'm not sure.
Bro, we carry the party to our homes before we come back.
And asubuhi tunakuja nayo.
Asubuhi we come with the party.
That's right.
We go home with the party. And then we remain at the party.
More grace to the Nganya culture, by the way. It really put us on the map. It has. Mike, because I'm seeing time is fast against us.
Okay.
There's something I'd like you to, comment on. We saw on social media the other day, there are posts that were awash regarding an ex-KDF major who got life for murdering his wife and 2 children.
Oh, so
and
sad.
That clip it stood out because of how composed, the man was composed, and his articulation almost as though he'd been prepping for that moment. And he said, I'm not even going to appeal. Your Honor, I've even instructed my lawyers. And, okay, I really don't know what to make of that. You see, for those who aren't aware, there is that guy who's actually known as Major Peter Mugure Mwaura, who is a former KDF officer. And he received a life sentence on Tuesday at Milimani Law Courts for 2019 murders of his estranged wife, Joyce Yombua, who was of 31 years, and a 10-year-old Shanice and a 5-year-old Peter Jr. And, I feel like, okay, it said, the pronouncement continued that this killing stemmed from a dispute of a child support, alimonies. Alimony support. Siombua won a court order of 25,000 monthly payments, which Mugure paid only once. We are made to understand. So during the sentencing, he showed no remorse, which is now what stood out for Kenyans. Vile alikuwa calm and relaxed, and his English, his diction was actually quite on point, to the point that I was thinking, kwani ali rehearse for this thing? It's like he was reading a teleprompter, only that I could see he wasn't reading one. And, we are just from June talking about men's mental health. I couldn't impress it more upon our audience, upon any person listening to us, how mental health is, I don't even want to say serious, because serious actually undermines it. It's something we can't avoid to mention anymore. We can't ignore, we can't stigmatize this. You can't throw it under the bus anymore. What do you think of that, Mike?
You see now, we had a show, I remember, on Wellness Wednesdays, and I was with Danish. I was also with you, yeah.
I was on stage with you.
You see now, we discussed whatever is going on through the minds of the men right now, and it was shocking to find out different facts that maybe make them feel undeserving, make them feel subjected to different situations and people objectifying them. The conversation was that men are being objectified in terms of
right.
being they must provide. And
the 4 Ps,
they must provide, protect. You see now, and then we tend to neglect the side of them that really requires a lot of
their emotional
guidance. Yes, because you see now, that's why Adam and Eve, those guys were created, a companion. That's what I'm trying to say. You see now, and for the companions, instead of ensuring that the man is well stable and the brains and everything physically they are okay, they're making it more difficult. And we urged the people, either the family or even other people in the towns, to ensure that they don't put a lot of pressure on the side of men, because they receive and they are opted or obliged
to
forced. Work without getting any congratulations, a hand to help them out, and those are the outcomes. Those are the outcomes that lead to such.
For me, I actually feel it's even more hurtful to see that all this stemmed from a dispute amongst and within the family unit. As a country, I feel like the family as a unit is slowly losing what it embodied. As Africans who profess the communism as our philosophy, Ubuntu movement, we are losing it quite fast. That the family unit is disintegrating to the point that now the same units that are supposed to be our refuge in terms of turmoil, in terms of struggles, trials and tribulation, is becoming the very same source now of antagonism, to the point now where you murder your own wife and kids.
Crazy.
And as if that's not enough, have no remorse over it. It's very telling. Bro, it's very telling.
Having no remorse actually is the worst part of it, because he might not be in his senses right now, but if he gets back to his senses, it will be something that will really torment him, and he will need to visit a psychiatrist, because I don't think he will be able to live with that condition.
As you've said, I feel like our country's religious leadership, the imams, the bishops, pray for us, tuombeni sisi vijana, as we walk into these unions, because we've seen a lot of cases of domestic violence that spiral fast into something else, like murder cases. Because I don't like how this is panning out. There was a BBC documentary released just 2 days ago, I believe, of how the Kikuyu child is now, they are disinheriting their father's name. There is a prominence of Kikuyu boys with mother surnames, and it is a pointer of how the family dynamics are shifting. Because Mike, what happens when you have your mom's surname, which I don't find no fault in, because they could argue their case that they've been raised by single mothers and whatnot. But now you have your children who you also have to give surnames, and now there will be a Mike, Kamau, Wanjiro, and then now that's the surname that you've taken. Now surname and utapea mtoto. You see, as a society,
Ronny, some things are archaic. I would like to say, even though there are traditions, I would like to say we can move beyond that, because you see now when a boy you've said is called Wairimu, and okay, now to me I might understand,
right?
Okay, but to the age mates, they won't understand, and that is how they will start demoralizing the child.
Yeah, they hold each other in jest,
because right now they are going to play, and then when they are discussing, having their conversations, a boy is called Wairimu. They will laugh at him, of course, because hey, why are you a boy and you're called Wairimu? The girls will ask
again, another mental health issue.
Imeanza, yani hata bado hajafika 18, asha tomentiwa hapo chini na wenzake. They're making fun of him, and the self confidence inashuka.
Yeah.
You see now.
And as a country, we could as well choose. We could elect the option of dropping this conservative ways of life, of how we name each other, and we just go, as I'm seeing a lot of people nowadays doing, they just give kids names belonging to any tribe, like a tribeless name. You could be Kamau Onyango. I've seen such cases.
Bro, I found Apple Fundi in our school.
What?
Apple Fundi. That is the name of a person.
You mean the name Apple Fundi?
Apple Fundi.
Wow.
Those are the names of that guy.
Wow. Yeah, that's
you
actually
see?
Even tunafaa kwa
and if there are people who I like the way they give names to their children as Alus, you might find an Obama just somewhere. A Trump, a Corona. You see, they at least ensure that, okay, they give boastful names, but they are names that give you confidence. Right. You see now, they don't demoralize you or demean you. You see, even if you're called Apple, it's somehow funny, because actually you'll really wonder what character is this being called an apple. You see now, and it will like you to interact more with the guy and understand why he's called a fool.
Raila Odinga Onyango, and that's a guy who will work with pride, chest.
If you're called Raila, anybody is called Raila right now, he's very confident,
right?
And he's very happy to engage with people and show out his name is Raila Amolo Odinga.
And you know what? I'm sure, given how we all know our Luos to always are wont to behave, in the next 10 years there will be very many around 11-year-olds Raila Odingas.
Right now, as we are speaking, we have a lot of Raila Odingas. That one I can take it to the bank.
I hope they just carry in the flame of the person that was Baba.
Facts.
Quite the man. Quite the man.
Enigma.
Actually, Baba was an enigma, so much so that right now his absence alone has created chaos
everywhere, left, right, center.
The national conversation. 9
months only. I did that report. Yeah, go and check it.
All right. Now, Mike, something else also. Mosiria. Geoffrey Mosiria bwana, hapana pumzika.
Katiba mkuu wa mazingira.
Katiba mkuu. Nairobi County Customer Service Chief Officer. Now, Mosiria took the battle quite to the landlord himself. Hapa tu South Sea, sio mbali. And right there, I understand there was emittance of sewage, direct emission of sewage to the roads.
I saw the video.
And Mosiria confronted them with expletives, actually. Akasema mimi upuzi hatutaki. And for a moment, you'd always, because I understand the person now of interest is actually an MCA. Who goes by the name, he's an aspirant, sorry. He's an MCA aspirant.
Is it Rashid?
Of Rashid Biliki.
Yeah.
I'll just mention the name because vying an aspirant, I believe sasa amejitokeza kuwa public property. But anyway, Mosiria took the bull by its horns. Na akawambia hii maneno itaisha. And guess what? The DCI arrested the guy. What do you make of that?
No way.
It's I don't know if you guys usually listen.
He has already been arrested. But I saw the video, was it yesterday?
He was arrested.
I saw the video yesterday and they were battling there. They were arguing about who is right and who is wrong. Hey.
I feel like at this point, Mosiria tu asimame na aseme anataka kitu.
Mosiria, if he goes in this trend, you will find him at the ballot.
I can't envision a future of Nairobi minus.
You will find Mosiria at the ballot in the coming future. And I'm very sure, or less, the Kenyans will appreciate him and stop the critic about utiaji. Because he's doing the right thing. If you look at the guy, he's doing the right thing.
He is moving.
He's making accountability on things. Right. So, if like Pipeline, you've been to Pipeline?
I have been to Pipeline.
Yeah, there was a time he was doing a video where there's garbage thrown out everywhere. So, if the guy is bringing views there to you guys, he's bringing shows. Actually, that is the method he used. He's like bringing a show there for you guys to see whatever is happening here. And then through the process, he fixes things and he leaves. That thing will help him in the coming elections if he decides.
As a county, it's important that we acknowledge in Nairobi, garbage collection, by extension, waste management is a problem and continues to remain so. You see the time when we had floods, how unfortunate the reality was, how our sewer lines are no longer working and no longer functional.
It's crazy.
And so when we see such things happening, particularly now at the behest of aspirants, because you can imagine if this is an aspirant, maybe he was just caught in the crosshairs. I don't want to, hold him by the bullet as well. But if these are the kind of leaders we will be propping up, to go and again tackle the very same issues, that are bedeviling us.
Yeah.
You know, those are, I feel like, one step forward, two step backwards.
I think we should come up with with like a list of the candidates who will be aspiring and the current ones, and do a fact check.
Right.
We should do a fact check. We tell our viewers, who is this person? What has he been doing? What is his track record? And then now list also their manifestos. Because now, what I noticed with the Kenyan voter, they are forgetful. They are very forgetful. They forget this guy passed the finance bill. They forget this guy went and did some very atrocious things, killing people in his car. And the case is then thrown away or doesn't have a lead.
Right.
So what we need to do is come up with a list of the candidates who want to run and the ones who are currently there, and compare and contrast. Because 2027 itakuwa ngori.
You know, as Kenyans, which is a very bad trait, is that we, as you just said also, Mike, we usually like to hop onto the intense issues that arise as a country, the ones that actually span national conversation, like the protests, like the issue of Fikirini Jacobs. We will hop onto that wave while it's still high, and we will be as emotional could ever be, and follow that wave. Then as soon as it's done, we are looking for the next hype thing to jump on.
And you know, the people who are influencing us is content creators. Content creators in Kenya are very active. That one, I have to give it to them. You are chilling in your phone, just scrolling, you find a new content creator, and oh my, they are cracking your ribs. They are making it a career to crack your ribs. So now, in the middle of this, now they take all the viewership and forget that we are supposed also to balance. We're supposed to balance and talk about the important things. But good job to Kenyan content creators. They are really making our days.
I actually love how they bring oomph in the digital space. Because now, as a country, even also that we get to witness how even we hold the country accountable as Gen Zs, is because this government, or very much like the former one of Uhuru's, is they are very well documented happenstances, such that we are always on toe to toe with them. Like right now, I'm not in Olkalau, but it's just by the tap of my screen, and I'll be there and see what's happening live.
Yes.
And it therefore brings the concern of how the current leaderships or the current personalities that we've raised to pedestals as a country, they are always the most critiqued, because ever to go on their case, ever. This and this is happening to Koapo. Then we come online, then we jump again online to the other next wave, then to the other, thereby forgetting now the important issues that should be addressed. Because I feel like instead of just arguing over these things that the way they come and go on online, let's walk into those spaces where policies are formulated. The policy, like now, for instance, in the Nairobi case, this one of Mosiria versus Rashidi. It's not enough for us to say, well done, Mosiria, you're doing a good job. Because that's just a one case scenario of the very many cases we continue to witness here. There are very many places where garbage is thrown katikati ya lami. We've seen those things. Where I stay personally, I've witnessed that quite severally. And so that we ensure that because right now Mosiria has successfully eliminated it at South Sea, that particular building. But in as far as the Nairobi region is concerned, the metropolis, still a long way to go. And how do we ensure that it's not just South Sea that has been saved face and just for now? You know, we can't tell maybe watasema imetolewa then irudishwe. We should be in those spaces where those long, arduous conversations of policy to ensure that it won't happen it won't be replicated anywhere. But sasa sisi tunapenda tu kitu ya kuhope na tuondoke tuende kitu ingine. We should sit in those spaces. Na majenzi, I feel like that's why we should come in. Because we are a learned populace. Free education.
Very learned.
Mimi hadi nani anajua mimi ni msee wa ocha sahi. Hakuna, because I'm a product of free education, and that's why we should be able to walk into those space, articulate our point to the effect that this and this should be constitutional. It should be institutionalized, that it won't ever happen again. But sasa kama ni for the hype, man, I'd hate to think that they were doing this for digital viewership.
It's not.
And photo ops. I'd hate to think that was the byproduct of all this.
Now,
as we sign off, Rastafarians in the country, salute. Wagwan Rasta. Bless up in a mighty name. Now, there's a very interesting case of the Rastafarians here in CBD. Just the other day, we've seen that they had their bid to legalize. Conversation ya legalize. But we are still at it.
They want to legalize marijuana again. See, they vote in Wajakoya. Wajakoya will do that thing for them. Easy.
But now, funny thing is, that conversation was actually, the court thwarted that request because, you see, they were arguing. And the argument is that, how come these sexuality laws are being passed? We have Ebola being imported.
Yeah.
But ganja, cannabis to be more specific, still remains illegal. And wali cause mayhem. Nilikuwa naona mtandao walisumbua. What do you think of that, Osumo? As a Gen Z, please speak as a Gen Z.
Okay, I'm speaking as a Gen Z. I'm not speaking as a consumer of the product.
Right.
You stay guided, eh? Now, everybody, when we start saying that people should do what they want, it will be very hard, okay? But now you see, if they feel that marijuana needs to be legal and it should be used for medicinal purposes, it should be used for other benefits like selling it to other countries, exports. I am with them. I am with them. They should bring marijuana home and we should embrace it. Yes, Wajakoya, right now is the number one advocate for marijuana. Yes, and if it will bring an economic scaling up, bro, I'm with it.
Why not? Spoken like a true Gen Z, because I've walked in those streets and a lot of these guys, when you peek into their minds, they'll tell you that why are they still against it. So yet we have such other drugs as khat, mira.
Yeah.
They call it the green gold.
Now what I might say, the marijuana is in a toxic relationship with the government because you see now they don't want to legalize it because it is alleged that they are making money with it.
Oh,
yeah, because they're making money from it because now when they go to those joints and pick handouts from the peddlers, it's also making income for them. So maybe that's why it's not legal up to now. But if the people who have raised the concerns and have taken the motion to the parliament, I saw there was people who wanted it to be passed. So we'll see how it will go.
By the way, I like how you've actually put that, which highlights the point that also our policemen muna to let down with corruption. I feel like as a country we owe it to ourselves to have that one particular department that is acting and competent. Hata tusemange let's be like.
Imagine all these kids nafanya hiyo shughuli lakini sasa EACC wako na shughuli zingine.
It's quite unfortunate. And I just leave it at that. By the way, I don't even want to hop in on the marijuana conversation because
but okay, you're talking about corruption, Rony.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. Do you want to eliminate corruption or do you want to be involved? Do you want to eliminate corruption or be involved? Because now people say that corruption is not corruption if I'm involved. But if it's corruption and I'm not involved, it has to stop.
Bad.
Yes. So do you want to stop corruption or do you want to be involved?
I get the point.
Should we involve you?
Actually, which is a lot of how we even handle our politics. Now these guys say, tupatie huyu, panguzie machozi hiyo kiti. Yeah, how is the single merit that we are going to consider to give you a seat be? So that because you've struggled for the years and it's as a country, I'd say let's eliminate all of these things because you realize bit by bit the small things that we permit, that we remain permissive of, are the very same things that now enable the systemic problems we continue to face. Like right now, if you want to tackle corruption, you can't tackle corruption directly as a single unit. You have to look at the leadership, the integrity of the country. No matters drugs and substance abuse, because that's another den of corruption. We can talk of firearms, munitions handling, as was seen in the case of a firearm retrieved the other day during the shootout, now where the DCIs have had to intervene, and you're being told that's a gun that was assigned to a judge.
Imagine.
No, you see, therefore, you can't approach corruption as just corruption at kukula pesa. We have to tackle all these very many other issues. And to do that is for us to act on the very small ones bit by bit, so that we now bring in systemic solutions. And wow, I really wouldn't think of a better point to bring our show to an end because, Mike, closing remarks.
The people of Olkalau, as you are continuing with your votes, I'm hoping that everything will go okay, and your space will not be used for bad things, violence, etc. And I hope you guys get the leader you want, and it won't be influenced negatively or anyway. As to the gang who is watching us today, tuned in, will be here in Icon Radio. Make sure you follow us on our socials, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, YouTube. And let's come and chill together and have these deep conversations and talk about our politics that are governing our country.
Mans, thanks a lot, Mike, for your time here. You know, I appreciate every time you come in with your insights, because
it's good also to have you. You know, it's good sometimes to talk to millennials and interact together.
Wow, they get a peek into our minds. Wacha kusema Gen Z hawaeleweki.
I'm talking about you, Rony Choge.
I'm actually a Gen Z.
You are not.
98 kid. It's
you are not. Gen Z sasa tumedunga dontire. Iko wapi dontire yako? Umedunga dontire.
Okay, guilty as charged. If that's what it takes to be a Gen Z, kesho nakuja na dontire za mi. Anyway,
very nice.
Osumo, it's been wonderful. It's been amazing to have you here on stage, on studio. To our esteemed viewers, Olkalau, again, we are closely watching. Thank you for your time. Continue to keep the conversations going on our social handles, as you've heard on LinkedIn, YouTube, we have on Insta, we have on Facebook. We are all over the place at Icon Radio KE. And we are very keen on hearing your insights so that we carry this conversation forward, one conversation at a time. Till tomorrow, peace.
Peace out.
So watch out. Ulipo tupo na tupo, ulipo wakale zikazi tunamsha. Brata ta 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 ta. Brata ta 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 ta.